Oh, do you know how to say my last name? That's it.
I'm assuming Benoit.
Thank you. Perfect.
We had a professional wrestler over here in the States with that last name, so I think most of us know how to say it.
Good old Chris Benoit.
Yep.
I told everyone he was my cousin, and I had so much clout in like high school, and then he murdered his whole family, and I was like,
oh no.
Oh no.
Save that. That's a good anecdote.
Okay, we'll do.
Should bring that up.
Or we can just use it as a cold open.
Take him away, Ty.
Welcome to Thought Cops, the only podcast where every week we police the mean streets of the internet because, hey, somebody's got to do it. And then we let you be the judge, the jury, and the executioner in the court of public opinion. Coming to you live from Neo Chicago, I am Officer Kevin.
And I am Dr. Officer the Granch.
Show some respect, put a doctor on that name, let's not forget it.
I demand Ben Shapiro call me doctor, and also I'm adding him to the list of people's Christmas hams that I will be stealing. I'll be stealing Ben Shapiro's Christmas ham and Ted Cruz's Christmas ham. Now, everybody might be thinking, oh, Ben Shapiro, he's Jewish, he doesn't celebrate Christmas. Bullshit. 100%. It might not be a ham, it might be a Christmas turkey or whatever. I'm stealing his Christmas turkey, I'm stealing Ted Cruz's Christmas ham. I'm going down the chimney and I'm coming out swinging.
Could he steal some sort of a bird or small beast that one would cook and consume?
The roast beast, baby. The king of all beasts.
Let's give a thank you to our guest from last week, Jack Allison.
Clap,
Thanks, Jack.
Clap.
Let's give a warm welcome to a new guest to the show. I'm talking about Jade Benoit. How are you, Jade?
What? Feeling good, feeling good. Stoked to be here, you guys.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, thank you for coming on. Jade, I know you because we've been interacting on the popular children's app, TikTok.
That's right. Yep. If you don't make friends from TikTok, are you 30 and living at home?
Right. Basically, yeah. So you live up in Canada. You're a Canadian comedian, actor, and apparently clown. You went to clown college. Is that correct?
That is correct. I studied at the MCCP, aka the Clown Farm, and I do clown burlesque.
What does that stand for exactly?
It's the Manitoulin Conservatory for Creation and Performance, which is a fancy way of just saying the Clown Farm.
So you majored in clownology?
Basically, yes. I have my master's in the art of clownology.
So you say you do clown burlesque. I am very curious. If you could let us all know the ins and outs of what that is.
Well, I perform with a professional burlesque troupe in Calgary, Cabaret Calgary, and they're all very professional and know what the hell they're doing. And I get up there and just try to be a goof with a clown nose and try to make it look as sexy as possible, which is where the comedy comes from. And everyone else takes it very seriously. And I just, pour shit on my body and, try and make people motorboat me in the audience. It's a good time. A little different, but pretty fun.
It's a little different. It's a little different.
It's a thing to do. Certainly.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if you all are familiar with the Insane Clown Posse up there. I don't know if you got them.
Oh, I've heard of. Yes. Their music rocks. Not a big, I've heard of them. Their music's pretty sweet.
You haven't been inducted in yet.
Damn, sounds like you could be down with the Whoop Whoop family.
No, that comes in my like 5th year.
What else have you been doing though? Like I've seen your Instagram page. It seems like you've been doing a lot of like acting type stuff also. Like give us a rundown of like all the stuff that you've done pre-COVID and during COVID, including any of the TikTok stuff you want to talk about also.
Oh, shit.
Let us know who you are.
Oh, damn. What a breakdown.
Everything. Lay it out all on the table. I want to know everything. What's your social security number?
You got it. So the year was 88.
Mother's maiden name.
Yes, perfect. I was born in a thunderous storm of night. I came erupting out of the vagine of my mother, Wendy. Basically, I did theater school in Calgary here. And just had an interest in doing some comedy. So did a couple of years of that. Have done some on stage. Have done some film stuff. Stand-up a little bit, breaking in. Whew, it's terrifying, but fun. Studied clown in the summers, which is always a good time. Like fun physical comedy stuff. And, now that there's a global pandemic, the arts are kind of taking a little backseat. So TikTok has kind of kept me sane because I live by myself as well, which is not fun for any artist. So yeah, I've just been like making TikToks, and anything that's in my apartment is a kind of a go. Try to make something fun. Yeah, that's me. Just I know,
Grant, you've kind of described TikTok as a beacon of hope for you during all of this. It's kind of giving you a reason to get out of bed and not,
Well, it's given me a reason to stay in bed. But also, yeah, I mean, it's been weird. I mean, it's some of the shit, the way that some things blow up and you're just like, oh, some people know who I am and what I'm doing now is weird.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, I had a couple friends text me today and they're like, your friend Grant is famous. And they sent me like a group chat with their coworkers who were like, have you guys seen the TikTok with the guy who said dudes from Chicago be like, whatever?
Dude, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah. And then I'm like, damn, you should tell them to listen to the episode with Ken Bone.
Hell yeah.
I knew you when, Grant. I knew you at 200 followers.
Hey, I was maybe at 400.
You're blowing up.
What are you at now?
I'm at like 1,300, 13, maybe even 14 at this point. It's the outlook is looking good so far. But speaking of things that just random things in your apartment that you're making content out of, Jade, I think one of the noteworthy things that ties us together, binds us, if you will, is you have a Grinch onesie that you've made a lot of videos in, and with me doing my whole Granch persona with all the Grinch pilling that's been going on, do you feel like that gives you a sense of relief and control over your surroundings as to have that? Does it make you feel powerful?
You're goddamn right. It does. That Grinch onesie. It really does. There's something about it. It's like you can wear it all year round. People will kind of look at you a little weird, but once it hits December, it's like, I'm fucking in, baby. It's a glorious
I need
thing.
to know where I can get one of these. Where did you get it from?
I got it from like last year. I was like, okay, I'm on a budget. I'm not buying anything at the stupid mall. And then I walked by and saw it and was like, $20 down from $60. What a steal.
Grinch costume.
It's mine. So I bought it for like $20 of Blue Notes. And then I thought I would find more friends on TikTok with the Grinch onesie, but everyone's got like just the green one with the heart. And I'm like, what? Is that just an American thing? I don't know. I need another one. I want a second one.
Yeah.
You
looked like you were going to say something.
I mean, I was going to say, yeah, everybody else looks like fucking crap because you got the good one.
That's true. Yeah. It's the one with the Santa hat and everything, right?
That's right. Santa in the puffy sleeves, right? Everyone's in green, bunch of followers,
Puffy sleeves, but I don't want to be a pirate.
I don't want to be a Grinch.
It's me making a grilled cheese.
Let's move on to a little bit of our own show news. We've been streaming on Twitch because I gotta remind you guys every single episode, twitch.tv/ThoughtCops every Sunday night and Wednesday night from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. and a bunch of times in the middle, really. The last couple Fridays, Grant, we've been streaming a lot, like hours at night.
Yeah.
People are home alone on a Friday night, you know, like that picture of Sonic when he's laying down. He says it like it is. And they're coming to hang out. You know, we're playing Donkey Kong Country or whatever kind of crazy shit we're up to, man. I couldn't even tell you.
Simulated friendships.
You got to tune in to find out, folks. Give us a follow. And if you got Twitch Prime, give us a subscription. It's free if you're paying for it with your Amazon Prime account. Hit us up once a month. Hit that subscribe button because it helps out the show a whole lot.
Yeah.
And that means a lot to us. Goes a long way.
Right.
Sick.
And if you don't have the money, just fucking come hang out. It's a good time.
Exactly.
And we also released a new episode of Fire Bros recently.
Check that out.
Patreon.com/ThoughtCops for just $2 a month. You get the whole back catalog to every single episode of Fire Bros that we've ever done, including this month's episode in which we reviewed Borat 2, Brawl in Cell Block 99, Run the Jewels 4, and The Boys Season 2. What did we think? You got to tune in to find out.
I think that's the first time you've ever run through the list without like having a hiccup of like, and what was the fourth one?
And I was really close. You saw that I was putting up the fingers and my pinky was like, The Boys, Season 2. That's right. That thing I did a week ago. I can remember.
Nailed it.
Anyway, let's move right along to a very famous, very favorite part of the show. That's right. I'm talking about 2 Minutes of Hate. That very famous, very favorite segment of the show where we like to blanket punish all that annoying, random crap that we see on the internet every single day. We're on our phones, we're bored, we're sitting here in the pandemic, we're making content on these things, and we're also making ourselves a little bit crazy along the way.
That's true.
So my 2 Minutes of Hate is holiday themed because this will be the episode that comes out around holidays. So I've seen this year, last year, and maybe the year before that. But apparently there is a thing called Elf on the Shelf.
Yes.
And this is like not something I grew up with. I don't know if it's something past my time.
So do you remember, we both listened to The Biggest Problem in the Universe, right?
Yeah.
Maddox brought this up on an episode.
Oh, good.
And
I'm
it was
just like him. Great.
Yeah. Just pinch your nose when you talk. But he, because I guess it was this book that came out and it was called Elf on a Shelf, A Christmas Tradition. But the problem is they created the tradition because the tradition didn't like exist. They just wrote a book saying like, this is a tradition, but it's like, but it's not because you made it up. So that's not a tradition. That's you made something up.
You got to respect that. It's kind of a power move, as annoying as it is.
Right.
Yeah,
like you can't just like say you're a Christmas tradition. Christmas is a old holiday.
Right.
Tale as old as time.
You can't just make up new.
And in your arcade, we're a part of that.
Right.
We are now. So my 2 Minutes of Hate is based on that. It's this Twitter joke prompt, because of course that's all I complain about here on the show anymore. It's, you've heard of Elf on the Shelf, but have you heard of like another rhyme? And it's like, first of all, I don't know what Elf on the Shelf is. Thank you for assuming I did, and thank you for using it as a vehicle for a stupid rhyme. What am I, in a freaking nursery? It's not funny to me.
Oh no!
If I came on Twitter to hear rhymes, I would have followed Mother Goose.
Well, I'll take it a step further. Once again, delving into the territory of TikTok. Jade, I'm sure you've seen these. Is they do the same thing? You've heard of Elf on a Shelf, but have you heard of? And there's a couple ones that are like obvious of like, oh, a woman swinging from a door. She's a whore on a door.
Yeah.
You know, or whatever. And it's always blank and then punchline.
You had to go for the crudest one.
Right.
Well, I went for the one that wasn't a racial slur because there's a lot of ones that are.
I was going to bring up the example like Danny DeVito in the burrito.
Well, fair, but I'm saying like I've seen one where it's like an Asian guy and he like sits in a sink.
Christ.
No, these are things that I'm seeing on the internet. These are people that are making their own racial jokes.
Horrible. Keep going. Keep going.
They have every right to. Sorry, what'd you say?
Oh no, keep going. I want to hear more.
Yes, please go.
No, like that's the thing. And I didn't want to bring that up as an example, but you said, oh, that's the first example. Well, I can think of worse examples, okay?
You didn't have anything like...
No, because these are all the ones that I've been seeing.
Well, let's just make one up right now.
Or it'll be like a gay person that stands inside of a bag and it's like, what's the joke? I'm not saying that I'm saying this. I'm saying that these people are making their own jokes and that I'm referring to these jokes.
I just have a problem with the format.
God damn it. Well, I'm saying that I've seen the format before and I'm giving examples of what I've seen.
Jeez. Man, you're hanging on some dark corners, man.
My take a break, Grant. My God.
This is my lived experience. You can't tell me that I'm wrong.
But for the past couple Christmases or whatever, this is what I see on Twitter, and it's like, I'll tell you another one I remember that's not offensive. It was the
only ones that I've seen have been offensive.
I've heard of Elf on the Shelf, or no, you've heard of Elf on the Shelf, but have you heard of? And it's a picture of like Waluigi sitting on a squeegee, and it's like, yeah, they're cute, whatever, but it's just like these things do numbers like none other on Twitter, and it's right. All it is just a rhyme. And the only reason people like it is because they're like, it makes you feel smart for about 3 seconds when you're like, okay, the elf on the shelf, and then it's Waluigi on the Waluigi on the squeegee. I figured it out.
Well, I'll give you yet another example of
scared.
I've seen one. Shut up.
All right.
I've seen ones where it'll be like, person sitting on couch, and I sit there and I'm like, what's the joke? Because most of the ones like I've seen have been offensive. That's been the trend. I didn't make that, but it'll be like person sits on couch, and it's like, is it a couch or is it like, what's the joke? What's the word? And I'll read the comments and it'll be like, oh, this is so funny. And I'm like, I don't get it.
Then you're sitting there trying to figure it out, like waiting to see if somebody posts the answer.
Yeah, and nobody does.
And then it makes you feel freaking stupid.
Yeah, I feel like a moron.
Yeah, I don't like that. So yeah, I would say we should punish them. First of all, no more Elf on the Shelf. I don't know what that is.
It's not a Christmas tradition.
Don't you can't just start off a joke and be like, have you heard of this? It's like, no, I don't know what the fuck that is. I've only heard of it within the time frame of this like stupid joke format.
Right.
So
yeah, it's weird.
I don't know. No more rhymes, or I don't know, trying to tie it in.
Gonna get rid of poetry and music. No more rhymes.
They fucked it up. They ruined it.
Fair enough. Come up with something new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jade, what do you got for us? 2 minutes of hate. What's bugging you?
Oh, yours was so good. Like, you have to admit,
it wasn't that good.
I was going to say, was it though?
Like genius marketing. Oh,
I mean, yeah, it's a power move for sure.
So smart. Mine is it's not something on the internet right now, but kind of an in-person thing. I don't know if they do this in the States. Maybe they do.
We'll see.
I fucking hate when you get on an airplane and then they're like, you don't get one free baggage to check anymore. You have to pay $30 for one bag. Do you guys have that?
Yep.
What?
They charge for literally everything. They're like, you not only did you pay for the ticket, but you bought the ticket. We're going to charge you extra.
Yeah.
The purchase charge.
Yeah, we're all out here afraid of dying from COVID when we all could be getting nickeled and dimed to death.
Oh my God.
Businesses. Am I right, folks?
It's such bullshit. And then, so for so many years, because I'm an broke artist, I would take my like school backpack, like my pack sack, and just stuff as much shit in there as possible, to which when the TSA guy opened it, my zipper broke, and then all your shit's in there on the conveyor belt. You look like a fucking idiot.
Your clown nose falls out on the floor.
Exactly. My personal items strewed everywhere. Oh, it's so terrible. And then the lady's like, so we only take Visa. And I'm like, well, it's Christmas time. I'm like, fuck, what if my Visa card doesn't go through? I just bought a bunch of Christmas presents. I'm standing there. I'm like, now she's going to judge me. She's going to judge me if I don't have $30 on my card. I just think it's such bullshit. Don't make me pay 30 extra bucks. Give it to me for free. And if it's too much, then make me pay for it. Like if it's 2 bags or if it's over 50. Anyway, I hate it.
Do you have, because this is something that I know certain people in America do, and I don't know if this is like the law in whatever foreign country you said you're from, but where like they'll say like, oh, you can't, if you check a bag, it's extra. So people will bring a too big of a bag through the airport and then be like, it doesn't fit. And then they go, oh, we'll just store it. And it's like, so you get it for free anyway. Can you do that?
You guys ever notice that little bag of peanuts they give you on the plane?
What's the deal with airplane food? Yeah, I've seen people do it. Like they bring.
I wish I knew.
You know, there's like that tiny little like put your bag in to check, and then just these dudes just come on and they're just like, and then when they sit down and then they can't get it in, and they're like, oh, I didn't know, and then the stewardess just brings it out, and then it gets to just okay, we'll just check it for you. Yeah, they get away with it. It's like a freaking scheme, you know.
You got to make it as inconvenient as possible for the staff. So they're like, well, I don't want to walk it to the front of the big airport, so I guess I'll put it on the airplane anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
And we won't give you a hard time about it. We'll just kind of, oh, it's okay. And I'm like, well, I paid $30, so what the frick? You know, like it's cruel.
You just got to do what they're doing. We all... It's called like collect. It's basically a form of like collective bargaining.
Yeah.
Is if everybody just disobeys the rules, then the rules just don't matter. So you should just do that.
I like that. Even like traveling with my dad last year, he was like, oh, look at this guy. Look at this fucking guy. Oh, he's got 2 bags. Oh, look. He's just gonna get it for free. He's gonna get it for free. He's like so up in arms about it. But it's a thing. I hate it.
Yeah.
Again, it's a power move. You got to respect it, as annoying as it is.
Yes,
It's true.
It is. It's a power move, but you know, it's the smugness of that, you know, just like, it's like he gets the curly Grinch smile of like, see how I just did that? You idiots paying for your baggage fee.
I'm respecting him more and more the more you're saying this.
He's got those like long, crooked yellow teeth as they grab his bag.
But he's not cool. He's in like flip-flops
this sounds like a
and
cool
shorts.
guy.
God, I hate him. His name's like
Hell
Mac.
yeah, he's comfy as fuck. This is the coolest person I've ever heard.
You're describing Grant. He's a Grinch.
Me.
He wears shorts.
Boat
I
hat.
wear flip-flops in inappropriate weather.
Mr. Grinch. So Jade, if you have a punishment, go off, please. But if you don't, we also have a wheel here we can spin for you.
Spin that wheel. I'm feeling good about that wheel.
All right.
Big money, big money,
Always
big
a
money.
production, but it's
Place it right on my phone that I just fixed the screen
the
for.
one you just drop something on.
Yep. A 50-pound dumbbell. All right, here we go.
Come on. Swimming pool of maggots.
Needs a new pair of shoes.
You got Sissy Fist Boulder.
Okay, I mean, I guess that means they have to shove the bag up their ass.
Great.
Well,
Sissy,
I mean, that does solve the problem.
I mean, it's not exactly the Sissy Fist Boulder, but,
right.
you know, fist.
make
Well,
it
that's
do.
what it says. It says Sissy Fist Boulder.
Yeah.
That's what's written.
Can I get a
sir, is that
respin?
Carrie? No, my ass just as big as fuck.
Just my rectangle ass. Excuse me.
Yeah. Is that a Nintendo Switch in your ass?
Or are you happy to see me?
Oh, nice one.
Speaking of being happy to see their good friend doing a podcast together, Grant, what's your 2 minutes of hate this week?
Great segue. I got one, and like usual, I have an anecdotal story, but then I'm going to make it a widespread topic, and at the end of it, everyone's going to go, I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's like a Christopher Nolan movie.
Right.
Just the old ones, the ones that made sense.
Right, the ones that made sense, yeah.
You're going to memento us.
Using a small point to make a broader, a small topic to make a broader point, rather. So I've been making these videos. I've been walking around Chicago, and I'll just talk to my camera, and I'll point the camera, and I'll make a video, and it takes 2 minutes to make, and I throw it up on the internet. And, you know, as you mentioned, they're all the good ones. The ones that have gotten the most traction are called like Dudes from Chicago. And it's like dudes from Chicago will say, I know a place. And then they take you to the Rock and Roll McDonald's, you know, just like set up, punchline, quick, easy. People go, oh, this has happened to me before. Everyone understands the reference, et cetera, et cetera. So 4 blocks away from me is in a what one magazine has rated the top burger in all of Chicago. It's called Au Cheval.
I thought you were going to fucking talk about Hamburger University.
Hamburger University, also good, but
top burger.
Au Cheval. If you can't tell, it's a French word, and I make this video, and I say, dudes from Chicago will say, I know a place where we can grab burgers, and they'll take you to Au Cheval, and you'll wait in line for 3 hours. And like, that's it. That's the joke. And some people are like, that place sucks. Or some people are like, that place is good. But what I didn't anticipate is how many people would say, that's not how you say that word.
Sounds like the internet.
Because, like I mentioned, and so Jade, your last name is Benoit, and I'm sure living up in Canada that you have some semblance of a familiarity with some French words, correct?
Correct. 100.
Now, am I saying that wrong? Au cheval. I mean, I know I'm not saying it with like the Parisian accent, but that's basically it, correct?
Yeah, that's how I would say it. I would say au cheval. Oh, I would put a little like ad.
We have another Canadian in the chat tuning in. Slime to Garbage, in the chat says,
Hey, Slime.
Quebecois? Yuck.
Oh, God. Let's not get this started.
What's his name? What's his IP address? Send it to me now.
Is that offensive?
No, not at all.
Yeah, we'll get a war going between the Canadians that have been on the show.
It's about time.
Bitch.
He's in Nova Scotia.
Oh, he can't say anything. Stay over there.
So I make this video and there's like 10, 20, 50, a million people that are like, did he say oh, like as in the word O-O-H, cheval? And I start commenting on a couple of them and I'm like, hey, my sister's a French teacher. I've pronounced this word incorrectly. And she yelled at me and said, that's not how you say that. It's a French word. This is how you pronounce it. And then just like 100 more people are like, this guy's over here saying, oh, cheval. And I'm like, yeah, I'm correct.
You can't feed the trolls, man.
I'm correct. You're wrong. And then there's people that are like, it's pronounced a cheval. And it's like, that's not how anybody says that. You saying that in an incorrect way does not mean that you are right and that I'm wrong.
That's true.
It's infuriating. It's unacceptable. Have a little bit of culture, perhaps.
We say
You
ça.
know?
Perhaps.
Who would take time out of their day to correct you on that? That's
these jackasses, these complete Philistines.
People who are stuck at home during a quarantine.
True, I guess. It's pronounced.
It took them less
ow.
time.
Terrible.
It took them less time to comment than it took me to make the video, so I guess fair.
Yeah.
But it just angers me because it's like, you're wrong and you're correcting me. Like, and, you know, to bring this all the way around to a broader point is that how many else of you out there, how many of you content creators or commenters or lurkers on the internet have said something and then someone's corrected you and it's just like, no, you're wrong. I did the correct thing. You're correcting me. How dare you? How dare you? As I shake my finger in their face.
And every content creator starts parading behind you, shaking their fists, and they're listening to Phil Collins, and you're all marching like,
yeah.
Right.
We're just shouting, oh, cheval! Oh, cheval! Yeah, I like that. What a bunch of dicks. God. Sorry, Grant. That sucks.
Yeah, man. I'm really sorry that happened to you.
I guess my punishment is this diatribe that I went on screaming at these people. I do that to them in real life. They comment on one of my videos, and I just magically, through the power of whatever the fuck, who cares? Through the power of something, I magically appear at their doorstep, and I ream them out.
Instant transmission. For
being exactly. Yeah. I do a Goku instant transmission, and I appear at their doorstep. And I yell at them for being wrong about something on the internet.
And they're like, that was like 3 weeks ago. I don't know what...
Who are you?
You still on about this?
Are you doing it in English or French?
I'm the dude from Chicago! Moving right along, though, to our main segment of the show. That's right. If you haven't listened to Thought Cops before, if this is your first time, every week we investigate the internet's outrage-inducing news stories, and then we sentence each perpetrator to a cruel and often quite unusual punishment. And we got a lot of good stories this week, Grant.
Is that true?
Yeah, it's right.
Oh, that's good.
Let's talk about the new Twitch policy this week. This is the big one this week. Twitch, of course, a popular streaming platform. You can watch me and Grant play Donkey Kong on there. That's what they're known for. No, they're known for a lot of streams of people who you can pay people money to hang out and do something called a super chat, which is just sort of a very sad concept in and of itself. But Twitter is rolling out some new policies to Twitch. Yeah, I'm sorry. Twitter won't do anything. Twitch has clarified that any term that is derogatory about someone's sexual activity would be in violation of the new conduct policy starting next month. Notably, words like simp, incel, and virgin when used as an insult or an emote will be disallowed. And I mean, a lot of these words have been born purely from Twitch. You know, simp
Right.
and incel. Maybe not incel. I think that might have been a 4chan thing. But regardless, like simp for sure is like big into the people who, again, are like paying money. So
that the girl on the internet will become their girlfriend, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's bound to work at some point. So keep throwing your money at that, boys. And, you know, I'm right behind you. But no, they Twitch is banning that because a lot of these fellas are feeling real down and out about themselves because people are calling them things like simp and virgin, you know? And they don't mean that like, you know, speaking of the holidays, it's not the Virgin Mary. That's a term of respect. We're talking about virgin, these guys who are, again, paying for super chats and subscribing every month to people that aren't the Thought Cops, you know, basically losers.
Right.
And again, maybe I'm violating the policy by saying that, but I'm not on Twitch right now, am I?
You're not on Twitch right now.
And they actually specify further. They say, please note when the phrase we used, when used as an insult or in the context of the clip we included. So you can say things like, I guess you can say simp, incel, and virgin, but they have to be a compliment. Grant, you're looking like a real simp.
You're looking very virginal right now, Grant.
You're looking simpy as fuck today, dude. I'm loving it.
Bizarre. What a weird thing.
Yeah, it is bizarre. And again, this is the weird world we live in, and it's only been sort of amplified by the quarantine in which people have been asked to stay indoors so they don't die, and they've picked up these very strange habits, or at least exasperated on them. I used that word wrong again, didn't I?
Exacerbated.
I'm going to get it down one.
You're
day.
going to melt my brain with this. Jade, have you collected any simps yet in your online endeavors? I know I have a couple.
I think I have two that just like
Nice.
I'll post something and then immediately nice. And immediately it'll be like, ha ha ha, great job. And I'm like, oh, thank you.
Hey, I don't count. I'm being supportive. I'm not a simp.
Wow. Outed.
I'm being supportive of small content creators such as myself. You gotta monopolize on those people. You gotta put your have you put your Venmo account in there so people can just send you random money?
You know
So
what?
somebody posted a meme in our Discord. Oh, go ahead, Jade. I'm sorry.
Oh no, that's okay. Someone asked me what I wanted for Christmas, and I was like, I just want like a giant charcuterie board. And then he private messaged me and was like, what's your Venmo? What's your PayPal? I want you to have cheese. I'm like, whoa.
Jesus. Oh my God.
Yeah, I should do it.
What did you say?
I just said, I didn't know. What did I even say? I was just like,
Yeah, here's my Cash App and Gouda's my favorite.
yeah, totally. I was just like, haha, thanks. And then never, I kind of just left him on red. That's kind of mean. I should have just been like, here you go. Damn, that would have been.
No, it's not. I mean, that's not mean. It's weird that they would do that. You have no right to answer that.
Right.
True.
I mean, I would take advantage of that.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, yeah.
Do you? Grant?
Somebody posted a meme in the Discord.
I've had a couple people slide into some DMs.
Oh yeah, you do.
Nobody's offered to buy me a charcuterie board yet.
Well,
You'll get there.
Yeah, totally.
So I don't know if you guys remember this. This is like maybe several years back, Grant, into the early days of Thought Cops. I think we talked about this.
What's that?
I think it was.
Oh yeah.
The PETA thing when they were talking about words to use. Like,
And you're not talking about Family Guy.
Oh man.
No, I'm not doing an impression of Lois Griffin speaking to her beloved husband Peter Griffin.
Peanut.
I'm talking about the animal activist group PETA.
Mm.
And no, I'm not talking about that bread. No, I'm just kidding. So there was a chart they put online a few years ago where it was like, instead of two birds with one stone, you could say, what was it, Grant? Like two bagels and one scone.
Right. Or instead of, no, I can't remember. It doesn't matter.
So they gave us this very helpful chart to use for a lot of phrases like that. They have a new one here. It's a stop using anti-Twitch language. So here's a little bit of helpful advice for anybody who's struggling with this. Instead of saying virgin, say sexant, like isn't, but sexant.
Okay.
Instead of saying simp, say tier 3 sub.
Oh no.
Instead of incel, say Twitch staff.
All right.
It's really that simple.
Good. That's good.
Great
I think
alternatives.
that's a good punishment too.
Yeah. I do think it's a great punishment. Yeah, I think we need to make these horny freaks on the internet feel safe once and for all.
Thank God somebody's doing something.
Mm-hmm.
We really do need some more public advocacy for the sex havers. They're truly a minority in this country.
I mean, are they sex havers though?
I don't. I was just making a joke.
We don't know, folks. But yeah, go ahead. And we are also taking donations of cheese as well.
Yeah, please.
Patreon.com/thoughtcops.
I mean, really, if you think about it, all of our patrons are simps, technically.
Yeah, I guess so. Thanks, guys. Love you. Let's see. What do you want to talk about here? I want to talk about the Pornhub thing.
Yeah, let's get further into it.
Yes. So this week, Pornhub. Yeah, Pornhub's in the news again. Oh boy. Pornhub is removing all videos on their site that weren't uploaded by official content partners or members of its official model program, meaning a significant portion of its videos will disappear. Oh boy, the blue check marks are at it again. You gotta have a check mark, for anyone to listen to you.
Right.
You got to have a check mark to post, a BuzzFeed article. You got to have a check mark to post a porno on the internet now.
Verified.
Well, what about us? We don't have check marks.
We shout out to Mitch Kemiopili. That's how you say his name?
Kamiopili.
Kamiopili? I'm thinking Coco Pelli. It ends sort of the same, and Bugmain has melted my brain. Mitch Cameo Pelli, fuck
that guy.
Cameo Pelli still tweets at us every now and then, yelling at us for he's not verified on Twitter yet.
Because I believe actually that was a year and a half ago. He was on Thought Cops, and he's like, "I'm coming on the show just to get verified," and
he hasn't let it go yet.
I mean, we haven't followed through with our promise. To be fair, that's on us.
Right.
Committed. He's committed.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, what's he going to do in the meantime? He can't post porno on Pornhub.
Right.
Very sad. So yeah, a lot of people are very upset about this. They're like, what am I going to jack it to? Because I sure as hell don't want to jack it to less stuff rather than more stuff. And I got a jacket. And no, I'm not talking about that thing you wear outside in the winter, folks.
Nice.
Grant, you wouldn't know what that is.
No, I don't wear jackets, no.
Shorts.
Let's all go around in a circle and name... They're comfortable, okay?
Okay, sorry. Sorry.
I have large legs, okay?
They need to breathe.
They need to breathe.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Exactly. Let's all go around in a circle and say our favorite porn. Kevin, you go first.
Pass. Grant, your turn.
Also pass. Jade.
Horses are very sexy creatures. Okay, we can't pass.
What's that one video that's, what is it, Mr. Hands or whatever, the fucking people always reference that thing with the horse.
I don't know.
I don't know. Somebody call into the show and let me know. I've heard of them passing. Yeah, I think I'm scratching my head. Yeah, there's this crazy video with a horse's penis. I've never heard of it. And you certainly couldn't find it on Pornhub, I'm sure, because that's all gone. All the weird...
Not anymore.
All the good stuff is gone. Grant?
Well, so this was done, I think, for a very reasonable cause, which was apparently there was a lot of unverifiable content on there that very well could have been abusive and possibly illegal.
Right, revenge porn.
Revenge porn,
100%.
Child porn, possibly, bad shit.
And even to another extent, too, remember when Charlotte Sart was on the show, she was talking about how, she is an adult entertainer, and she's like, I do this work that I get paid for, and people just throw it on these websites, and there it is for free.
You don't get a kickback or anything like that.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it's the reasoning isn't unreasonable, but
I like that phrase. The reasoning isn't unreasonable.
The reasoning is not unreasonable, but the outcry of people that are upset about this is hilarious because I'm imagine making a public statement to the entire internet to say, this is bullshit. Half of my porn library is gone. Imagine
this is
saying
when Tumblr banned porn and the reply is just nothing but that screaming pink Wojak guy.
Right.
And it's
it's exactly that.
There's still what did it go down? It went down from 20? What was the figure it went down? Because right now there's 4-point-something million porn videos still available.
Videos.
That's a lot.
That's still a lot of porn. Still a lot of porn.
And I'm assuming it's still free, so... I actually don't know what this solved.
Yeah.
I don't know. I saw something that was like they got rid of. I didn't actually read this article.
Me neither.
I actually
What does it matter?
did. I did, and it said,
oh, thank God.
Yes, I come in educated on my porn. Don't worry, gentlemen. They said something like, yes, we only support the verified members, such as Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok should follow suit. I was like, oh no, don't lump us
just
content
imagining
creators.
It's like somebody with like a monocle and a top hat, like, I'm uploading my pornography because I have a check mark.
Well, and this is where I get like fucking indignant about this, because I saw someone tweet something along similar lines of what you just said, Jade, which was some guy said like, oh, Pornhub now verifies all of its content creators. Twitter should follow in suit. And it's like, you know that they did it because there was like legitimate sexual, like pervasive sexual abuse on the website. And you're talking about someone tweeting a photo of like pregnant Sonic at you as a response.
Yeah.
Like there's a little bit of a difference, sir.
Yeah, very slightly,
Kevin's
but yes.
shrugging.
It's very slightly, but yes.
Weird. Blue check mark. Let me see it.
Blue check mark, more like a
Let me see your papers.
Big blue pregnant belly. Tweet at me, folks.
Weird.
So let's punish this.
Yes.
I mean, they already lost their porno.
What more can someone lose?
These guys are like, I have nothing left to lose. These sexants.
They're all going to turn into the Joker now.
I mean, I think that's a good... again, we should just tie it into the first story. There's they're sexants.
Sex have-nots.
Yeah.
Sexants sounds like a classier word for having more sex. Sexant.
Even though it's actually quite the opposite.
Yes.
Actually, I don't fuck at all.
It sounds like a 15th century navigational device that would be used on a ship.
Oh.
Oh wait, no, that's a sextant.
Oh.
That would have landed a lot harder for me if I knew what a sextant was.
Let me go www.google.com.
Yeah, I'm a little behind on my nautical terms. Sorry, everybody.
Sextant.
It's one of these. You've seen these before.
Is that on the port side or the
Sextant.
starboard?
Oh, yeah, that thing.
It's one of those. It's like a you look through it, but it's got like a, what do you call that?
It's like a compass, not like the compass that you like look for a map. It's like the fucking
the thing you draw circles with.
Yes, it with like a telescope on it.
Yeah,
right.
You use it for
protractor for a boat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you want to, folks, if you want to know where what side starboard is, what is it? Again, a little behind on my nautical terms, folks. I do apologize.
The guy from Community, Starburns. What side is he on?
The right side.
Industries, everybody.
Right side.
Yeah, he's on the right side.
Yeah, always.
Let's talk about this. Lizzo is in the news again this week. Lizzo sounds off after getting dragged online for her juice cleanse.
She has a song called Juice.
She does.
We're gonna have to pull that one off.
The juice.
Yeah, I guess people were mad about this because they were accusing her of like dieting. And it's like that's her choice if she wants to or not. Like,
right.
I don't like, people were like legit very mad about this.
There's a certain swath of human beings on the internet that when a fat person loses weight, they take it personally. That happened when Adele lost weight.
Yep.
That happened when certain plus size models say that they want to take care of their health or whatever. So
it
they
happened when I lost weight.
It did. I was very upset when you lost weight.
Kevin.
Fat Kevin was so much funnier.
Yeah.
Mac from It's Always Sunny gained weight and then lost it. I guess that's kind of opposite what we're going for.
He's going full hunk. Somebody stop him.
I still never saw those like the most recent seasons.
Ooh, you gotta watch them.
I know.
They're pretty good.
But yeah, again, stay away from the juice, folks. You don't want to get the internet posse on your back. And I guess so. Apparently, she wasn't even trying to diet. She was just doing it as sort of a detox because she said she'd been eating a lot of spicy food recently.
Oh God, none of that's a thing. That's
guys, don't worry. I'm still going to eat that crap. I was eating a lot of spicy food, so I was drinking a lot of juice this week. And for some reason, you all knew about that.
Oh my God.
And I apologize.
I just hate it
as a person who does
so much. I just hate how the media just focuses. And I don't know, maybe I'm a little biased, but it just kind of comes from like the women's. It's always against the Melissa McCarthy, you're skinny now. No. Lizzo, you're too fat.
Right.
No.
True. Yeah.
It's like.
Because what's his name? Jonah Hill, when he lost a lot of weight, everybody's like, okay.
He looks good now.
Looks
Yeah.
great.
When a
You
woman
look good,
loses
bro.
weight.
Mike Tyson even,
Yeah.
who just did
I
that big
guess-
fight, he got in shape. Everyone, oh wow, Mike Tyson looks good.
Right.
I'm like, oh God.
He's also like an athlete.
That's true, he's a
So
fighter.
it's like, of course,
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
But
strange.
I'm
just
assuming
gross.
I would imagine this has something to do though with the fact that like there is a certain mindset where you look at like a woman that loses weight and you're like, oh, she's so much prettier now, and it's like now she's like a real person and she's like a valid human being that we're going to treat respectfully. And I get that there's sort of like this is kind of like a knee-jerk backlash to that, maybe, is just like, oh, why is it okay for you to call Adele attractive when she's skinny versus fat? But then the backlash is like you're literally body shaming a woman for taking care of her health, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the hard thing.
The juice is loose.
Just let people live their lives. Don't judge the bodies. Stupid internet.
Let people enjoy things.
Yes.
But
Cheese boards.
I also
That's a good punishment. Send her a cheese board.
yeah.
I
guess
think
so, yeah.
all these I'm sorry, I want to be politically correct here. Give me a second. I want all these tier 3 subs and Twitch staffers to send their finest cheese boards to Lizzo this week.
That's right.
Just what she needs.
She's, she's off the juice. Give her a nice charcuterie.
I'm sorry, I can't let the whole detox thing go. As a person that works in that field as a career, that makes me so angry that somebody would detox with a juice because she ate too much spicy food. Lizzo, that's not a thing.
Wait, so, aren't you supposed to eat bread and what's the brat diet? Bread, rice, applesauce, toast. If you got an upset tummy from spicy food, or at least milk.
Well, I guess, but she's trying to detoxify her liver. That's not a thing. That's not a thing that happens.
Maybe she was just on a bender.
Here's a good punishment. Lizzo, hire me as your personal trainer. I'll do a very good job. I'm not judgmental. I'm a very nice person. I'm charming. You would like me.
And he's going to show you the restaurant where you have to wait for 3 hours to get in when you come to Chicago.
Yeah, it's good for you.
He's almost verified on
as well
TikTok.
as well as the bridge where the Dave Matthews poo-poo thing happened.
That's a classic story.
Anything else you want to get to here, Grant?
You are right. There's a lot of good stories in here, but speaking of people putting down women, I need to talk about this fucking New York Post story because it's like the worst thing I've seen in a long time.
Oh, God.
Not to white knight over here. I'm not a, what's the Twitch friendly term for a white knight? Or a SJW, which is, I guess, what I'm doing by defending.
Oh, that's a very good
women.
question. I guess you can't say white knight anymore. I don't know.
Caucasian.
A male helper.
You're the Robin Hood of compliments.
A male helper.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
So I'm sure have you all seen this this New York Post story of it's like what she's a
medic.
Medic. Yeah. She's a medic that she opened up like an OnlyFans account to like make ends meet, and they did this whole like expose story on this woman who's like not a public figure to just be like, look at what's happening here. And it's like, what was the point of this existing? Why did you write this
outrage?
Basically.
Who cares? Let her live her life.
Right.
That guy.
And I mean, a lot of people have been saying like the fact that someone who works in this field, I mean, medics are surprisingly unpaid. Anytime somebody talks about like, oh, we should raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour. I don't know how. It's probably a lot better in Canada. Maybe it's not. I'm not 100% sure because I know that your healthcare is a lot better than ours. But in America, anytime someone's like, we should raise the minimum wage to $15, people are like, why should we do that? Medics make $15 an hour. And it's like, they should be paid more.
What?
Holy shit.
Is that a true
swear
thing?
to God.
In Alberta,
Yes.
in Alberta, where our minimum wage is $15 an hour. So to know that
Oh, boy.
I'm making more than
I
an
hate
American
it
medic is not a great feeling.
Right.
Wow.
Do you know how much they make up there by chance?
Like a medic?
Not to put you on the spot to be like, yeah.
I want to say, I do want to say $30 an hour because I did have a friend that was a medic.
Right.
I should Google it.
So yeah, so that's the state of things in America is that you go to school for all this time and you're literally saving people's lives. You're doing your job saving people's lives, like, you know, pulling them out of car accidents and like giving them CPR and shit like that. Like it's a very fucking difficult job, I would imagine. And you're making like not very much money. And you know, people are like, the real headline here is not this woman did this. It's like, oh, you need this in order to like scrape by. Like that's how bad the fucking economy is here.
It's $23 here. Sorry.
I got a good punishment if you guys don't have anything else to...
You said 20?
2308.
23.
I just hate that journalist.
I feel like...
Please punish him well.
Well, I was going to say punishment is she gets $600
Yes.
in the stimulus package.
Thank you.
You spend that wisely, you hear? You don't have to do this stuff anymore. You got $600.
I'm going to go buy a mansion with my $600.
Same. I want to buy yachts.
When is that
mansion.
coming in for you guys?
Probably like 6 months.
Never.
Oh man. Oh man. The States is crazy. States is crazy.
How's the response to the economic crisis in Canada been at least acceptable comparatively? Because it's been bad here. I mean, we get nothing.
Yes,
We're just dying in the streets.
Oh god! Since March, we are given $2,000 a month.
What?
That's our So
Every month?
every month, and you can, as jobs started to open up again, you could make up to $1,000. Like that, $1,000 is the cutoff, but then could still get the extra $2,000. I know. I feel.
I feel
Me and
bad.
Brian are just both like sitting here like speechless.
They took me off unemployment because I'm partially employed. I work like 5 hours a week, and they like one week I made more than $200. We can't make more than $200 a week here. I made more than $200 one week, and they kicked me off unemployment, and now I have to make phone calls to the unemployment office and say, hey, please give me money. I don't want to go bankrupt. And it is not a...
Oh my god.
Well, Grant, I think it's time. Give the TikTok commenters what they want.
An OnlyFans page.
Yep.
Do it.
Fun fact.
Podcaster tries to make ends meet.
Fun fact. So we're talking about weaponizing simps is...
Come on, man. That's not cool to
I
say.
have a link tree in my TikTok. And if you click it, it says all of my information. It'll be like where you can find me on Twitter, where you can find me on Instagram, where you can, follow me on all these platforms. And one of them I wrote as OnlyFans. So you can click a link to my OnlyFans, but it redirects to here, the podcast that you're listening to right now.
Genius. Oh, that's so smart. But then make an
I would
OnlyFans
highly
too.
suggest you do the same. Yeah. The link that says podcast will redirect to the OnlyFans.
Genius.
Just disappoint everybody.
Speaking of which, hello to all those folks.
Hello.
Hey, it was a pretty nice hey. I thought so.
Yeah, no, I was good. I was sitting here like, yeah.
What a
Okay.
wonderful kind of day.
Passed.
Is
that the Arthur theme
Anything else you
song?
want to get to, Grant? Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't want to say anything because I was like, I don't know if she gets that in Canada.
Nice.
You guys had Arthur up there?
Oh. Oh, it is. Oh, yes. We get Arthur. Oh, yeah. DW, the whole crew. Bunny, friend.
Whole
$2,000 a month and Arthur.
2,000.
That is not fair.
$2,000 a month. Yeah, living it up.
And all the Arthur you can shake a stick at.
God damn.
Plus OnlyFans and cheese boards.
I want to get to one real fast, just for the sake of this will take 2 minutes. I don't even want to talk about it this much, but we've talked about him on the show before. Joe Paulsef Watson made some tweets. He said, basically, if you're a man who wears a mask, you're broadcasting the fact that you have been fucked in the ass by your girlfriend, and that is not something to be proud of.
How hard do you have to be projecting? Like the fact that it's like, even that he has to say like, and you should not be proud of that.
Right.
Definitely not.
Doubling down. He made 2 tweets about it. I'm trying to find the second one.
Every tweet I see of his, I think of that stupid fucking bird where he's like, this is my spirit animal. Like he talks like a 2014 Tumblr girl.
He's like 42.
Yeah.
His face
and so he tweets about it.
That was a very important contribution. I needed to say that.
It does look dumb. I agree.
Everybody needs to take him down a peg. Maybe his girlfriend should take him up a peg.
Oh, yeah.
He also tweets... Hell yeah. He also tweets... Literally no man who proudly... Did I read this one already?
No, he put two very similar...
He put multiple of these. He's really, really obsessed with men getting fucked in the ass.
Bro, you don't have to post the whole drafts.
So he writes, literally no man who proudly wears a mask has not also been fucked in the ass by their girlfriend, quote, reluctantly on her part.
Why? It's so wordy. Like, why clarify that at the end? What? Like, that's implied by his point of view. And then he's looking under parentheses, like, that means she doesn't like it.
She
okay, so I thought there were 2.
That you're wearing a mask, and now she has to do this. God.
It's like a fucking, 10 tweet thread where it's just to clarify, the situation is bad and not good.
Well, so he does clarify, because apparently there was a 3rd tweet. I thought there were only 2. There are 3. He says, obviously, at this point, we all know that men who wear masks in public also have a weird fetish for begging their girlfriend literally fuck them in the ass.
Oh, my God.
What the fuck, bro?
I want him to make one more of just saying, just to re-clarify, mask equals frowny face, being pegged is smiley face, but not according to your girlfriend. I'm like, what an idiot. Oh, my God.
Someone did point out in these comments, though, that Infowars.com does sell masks. So it's the whole thing of, again, if we go back to his soy boy video where he was talking about how soy in men's diets makes them inherently more feminine, and then you realize that he sells diet pills that have soy in them, and he says, I take Brain Force every day. Which is a good impression of him, by the way. Thank you all for the compliment.
I thought that was him. I thought that was a video.
And there's soy in the pills, and he says that he's taking them every day. So I would be willing to say that he really wants to get pegged, ladies. If there's some lady out there that's in London that knows where Joe Paulsef Watson lives.
Yeah, I know, I've seen some ladies thirst for this guy. They're like, I don't like his politics, but he looks pretty good for 42. Any of these, I don't want to say femcells, but... lady sexants out there want to buy this guy a charcuterie board and fuck him in the ass. I think that'd be real nice.
Hit him up on Twitter. Slide into the DMs.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. 2 quick things here. Thank God you said he was from London, because I thought, is he English or Australian? Just from the first impression of the accent. Also,
it's a weird voice.
It was. You did great.
Thank you.
Also, in his bio, he puts popular cutting edge political commentator. The Jewish voice. Huh?
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's what his Twitter bio says.
Just throw that in there, I guess.
I'm assuming that's the name of a newspaper.
The Jewish
I don't know
voice?
when
Either
I
that
don't
or he was
care.
doing an impression of I don't know.
It's very unclear. The man is very confusing. I am done reading these tweets. Anything else?
Yeah, I think that's good. Punishment. Yeah, ladies, hit this guy up. You know what he wants.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Let's move right along to something positive, something nice on the show. Thought Cop's Key to the City. That's right, we're handing out the key to the city this week to something good. My key to the city this week goes to a video that I saw on Twitter today. It's this, a lot of these, I don't know, it's like, this is what it's like to date an alt guy in LA, or like dating guys in LA be like. It's one of those, but it's performed by somebody's 73-year-old father, and it's very funny.
Oh, yes, I've seen that.
Hey, sorry, I just saw this text. I'm really bad at texting. I am really bad at texting. Can I see what I'm supposed to say or not? Oh, I'm going on tour for 6 months, so I don't have time for a relationship. I'm just so messed up right now. I'm just so messed up. Want to go to Tenants of the Trees? I know about the sketchy stuff, but I know the owner. He actually solved it. Do you want to go to Little Dom's? Do you want to go to Lotta or Getha? And then I knock the back walls out.
La Pergoletta.
You're not like other girls. Like you're real. Every other girl here is a fake. It's insane. I'm practicing radical honesty right now. I'm not going to treat you well. I do improv and I don't read. I love Phoebe Bridgers. Would a monster like something good?
That's me just at the camera. Ready?
How does that make sense, Jonathan?
It doesn't need to make sense. It doesn't need to make sense. It just needs to be edited fast. Dad, you have to look at the camera when you're saying it. You can't look.
I can't read it and look at the camera at the same time. I've never seen this stuff.
You ready? And
I'm a white man, but I am doing the work.
And that was his Filipino mother at the end.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah.
That's gold.
See, that type of content would do very, very well on TikTok.
Oh, my God.
Now
no
that's how you
kidding.
view the whole world now.
This
You're
is
like,
how I view.
ooh, that's going to play well on TikTok.
It would. It would do very well.
Jay, did you have a key to the city this week? Something good?
Oh, I did. Speaking of TikTok, it's a TikTok video. My friend posted it, actually, and Grant, you probably know this TikTok. You know when like people have their face in front of the camera and then you just hear like the FaceTime like ringing?
Yeah.
Those videos. So it's a picture, it's a video of her dog, and the dog is saying, just giving Santa a quick FaceTime here, letting him know that my address has changed from my shelter to a new forever home.
Aww.
It's pretty nice.
A wholesome talk.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Key to the city to that
We need
dog.
that dog is the goodest boy or girl,
The goodest
however it
boy.
decides.
Dutchie.
We need more wholesome TikToks and less Rick and Morty dubstep Green Day sing-alongs.
That's just what this platform is to you, isn't it? Is just that Rick and Morty video. The
Just that one video I saw. Yes.
Can you sing that to me?
Yes, absolutely. It's very good. It's a good video.
I mean, it's
like
good
it a lot.
for the reasons I think that they might not.
Right. It's good because it's good to make fun of.
Yes.
But
Right.
so my key to the city this week goes to, this is the channel that used to be called Cuck Philosophy, and I don't know how you still find it anymore on YouTube, but I've mentioned some of his videos before. He made that like the exploration of like the genre of cyberpunk. I gave the key to the city to once before. He did a very fantastic video that he just released yesterday called The Simpsons and the Death of Parody.
Yeah, I saw you post that in the Discord.
Yeah.
I was like, I gotta watch that. Any like
do,
really
you
good
do.
Simpsons video essay, I am on it.
Yeah.
But I was too depressed to watch it yesterday, so I didn't.
Well, sorry to hear.
Maybe tomorrow.
But it's very good. He goes very deep into the exploration of like, you know, when parody becomes hyper realistic and it's indistinguishable from the things that it was trying to parody in the first place, and how The Simpsons became such a large cultural norm in and of itself that like there were points of like exaggerated cultural critique in the show that it like itself fell victim to, and how it did it over this, you know, period of time. Like everything else I suggest, it's 38 minutes long, so it does take a little bit of time, but it's very good. If it sounds like something you would be interested in, check that out. I liked it a lot.
Awesome. Did they happen to mention Bart Kira in there by chance?
Repeat that question.
Bart Kira, like Akira, but Bart?
I don't think so.
Okay, because that was like a whole separate thing that was like kind of touching on the whole like parody for the sake of parody thing.
I don't think specifically. He does a little bit more like the philosophical underlyings of stuff. I don't think that came up.
Well, either way,
remember.
this sounds like on brand with the kind of stuff we talk about here on the show.
It's very illuminating, especially again from the point of view of us like wrestling with the idea of like parody and satire, even with this show, which is just like, like, what is satire? What breaks through the fucking line anymore? Like, how do you create effective parody and satire without going the way of, like, where The Onion sort of, you know, delved into a little bit, or going the way of Babylon Bee, where it's just like, you just took The Onion and you made a conservative The Onion. Great,
I'm sorry, I just started laughing. I was thinking about that reply you put on the that baseball article they did, and you were just like laughing with the Technicolor just washing over you.
Right. Let me pull that up, because I hated it so much. I'm pulling the headline up right now. So the article headline, I hate this so much. The article headline is Cleveland Indians change name to Cleveland genderless sports players with no discernible racial features or specific ethnic background. And I did a 10-second long video where I was just laughing at it as hard as I possibly could, because it was that funny.
Yeah.
Just garbage.
I was going to say something and I choked on my own spit. This week's word of the week is PogChamp. Grant, can you look that up for me?
Yeah, I can look it up for you.
I saw some youths saying it this week.
They do say it a lot, and I have no idea.
It's based off the poggers thing, which means, I think we discussed previously, means good luck in internet.
I guess so, yeah.
Is that what that means? The word poggers is used to express excitement. Huh.
And PogChamp, I guess, what's it say here, Grant?
Is a champion of it's a very long article. It comes from a video, and this guy's making this face, and I guess that he's a PogChamp.
He's the Pog face guy. They always say that. I don't know.
You know, in my day, a Pog was that.
Yeah, I see.
In my day, a Pog was a fat ass white girl, but I guess nowadays it's it's something you tell your gamer friend.
In my day, Pog was a thing that they'd sell at the store with Alf on it and other characters you could buy.
Yeah.
Those
Same.
are Pogs, right?
Yeah.
I had Power Ranger Pogs. You had
Just
Slammers. Oh, yeah.
Slammer.
Like a
Hardly know her.
You know.
Awful.
I don't care.
Flipping it. For flipping. Damn it, Grant. Wait.
Anyway, I guess PogChamp. I don't know. We tried looking it up. We're sorry. We're bad at this.
Who cares?
I don't know.
If you're listening to the show for accuracy, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, fuck you.
This is the last episode that's going to go out before the holidays.
Some folks might be listening to this on the way to their see their families without their masks on. Anyway, before we get to the last segment of the show, which is our listener voicemails, plug time, baby. Jade, plug everything you got, your TikTok and any other content you want to promote.
Oh, shit. Okay. Follow me on TikTok. Jade.and.Danielle.Benoit. Full name, baby. I'm on Instagram, Wagon, but it's spelled weird, so you could just search Jade Benoit. I'm also on Go-Go Battles. It's a feminist female wrestling group in Calgary. We wrestle each other and fight for a championship. It's this glitter bra. I play Karen Johnson, that bitch that asked for the manager. I have a haircut. It's crazy. And
that's awesome.
I'm part of a late night sketch comedy variety show called Late Night at the Plaza. So check me out on those 4 platforms, y'all.
Awesome.
I mean, is any of that still going as of COVID, or do you still do anything with that currently, like the late night show or anything? Or
no, with late night we've been posting videos on TikTok, and with Go-Go Battles we just got shut down in October, but hopefully they're coming back in February.
Let's get that vaccine and get out there and see that.
It's right.
Thought Cops are coming to Calgary.
Hells yes. Oh my God, that'd be awesome.
IO Netrunner says, word of the week is fuck you for listening.
That's right. Speaking of which, listener voicemails, because we love you. Give us a call, 312-788-7361, or you can send an audio file to thoughtcopspodcast@gmail.com. Let's hit it.
This is my favorite bit.
This is the final Discord news for this year.
In hashtag Real Politics, a discussion about the self-projected manliness of shorter-than-average conservative commentators turned into whether or not Sleep Santa could dunk on Ben Shapiro. In the same discussion, it was later revealed that Sleep Santa is actually just 1/8 of a Jew. Disappointed!
Christmas Yosef waged war on the other channels this week by posting Lyft-related content in a handful of non-Lyft channels. He must be stopped.
In hashtag The Food Network, IO Present Giver announced a nog-off, comparing different brands of eggnog. The results were interesting, but ultimately inconsequential since I have never and will never drink eggnog.
You're missing out,
in
man.
hashtag Thought Cops, Grant talked about how the OnlyFans link on his TikTok bio is actually a link to the Spotify page of the podcast. It would be a shame if someone reported him for misleading content.
In hashtag Key to the City, IO Present Giver posted a video of a man refusing to be taken down by 2 police officers. Kevin came in and nailed it with the comment, "Me and Grant trying to keep Asterios from talking about Urkel." To which Asterios replied with, "Urkel is based." It now begs the question, based on what?
In hashtag Nico's Makeup and Girly Shit Corner, Nico had another classical woman moment and claimed that all men always take longer to get ready than women do, based on the fact of her one ex-boyfriend made her late all the time. Should we really be surprised in her taste in men?
This week in art, specifically hashtag fan art, Berries and Cream posted some new art of the boys stealing Christmas. She really nailed Grant's short wearing year-round.
In hashtag Thought Cops, Kinograph Robert thought that instead of Sleep Santa, it was Crib Miss Dilbert Ext as the guest reporter on last week's Discord news. Despite the fact that they couldn't sound more different from each other, it would be unfair to expect a white name to know the difference.
Hashtag Game Americans continues to be dominated by Cyberpunk 2077, as most of the server is playing on various platforms. Content includes memes regarding bugs and glitches, as well as players' experience playing the game and what loadouts they are using. As somebody who is not playing Cyberpunk 2077, go fuck yourself.
In hashtag Neo Chicago, they talked about Chicago burgers or something. I guess you have to live there to get it.
This week's Discord news has been presented to you by Snowman Snowflake Present Giver and Christmas Yosef. We here at Discord News wish you happy holidays and a good start into 2021.
I like how this is just like turning into like a show within the show. And they're like, we'd like to thank the fans, everybody who made this possible.
It's like the Seinfeld episodes where Jerry writes the Seinfeld show to NBC, and they're like, it's the same thing. It's the show within the show.
It's very meta. Also, you know what? No more manlet jokes about sleep science. I'm going to say it now,
fellas.
Every week, and he even tried to own it last week. It's lazy. Find something else.
Yeah, be more creative with your insults.
There's plenty of other cringy things to make fun of him for.
Yeah, let's start.
I'll let them take care of it.
Yeah,
let's play the next one.
So there's these bitches on TikTok that I want to strangle. It's this rail thin chick, like perfect body, and it's like bodies that look like this, and it's them being perfect. Also look like this, and they're carving their bodies in like weird shapes so they look like they have rolls. Like, please, guys, can you just post your hot selfies and go? Like, can you not show off? I think the punishment is that I switch bodies with these 90-pound chicks, and then they can really see what bodies look like.
Okay.
All right.
I'm just going to say it. She does a podcast with Sarancha, which she uses a microphone for. Please use the microphone from now on to send in the voicemails. And if you're going to use your phone, please have it closer than 7 feet to your face.
Just like dials the number, hits speakerphone, and throws the phone across the room.
Because that sounded like it might have been funny. I caught about 60% of it.
Well, so she was saying, I heard most of it.
I did too.
She was saying there's a trend on TikTok because she has an account. She doesn't post anything, but she likes and comments on some of my videos, which is very kind and supportful of you, Nico. I appreciate you.
Take back everything we said.
Yeah, I take back everything. I take back everything Kevin said.
We're a team.
Yeah. There's videos that are like bodies that look like this also look like this, and it's like a rail thin girl, and then she like tries to push her stomach out to make her look fat, and it's just like, there's actual like people that look fat. Like this is sort of insulting.
It's the worst trend on TikTok. right now.
Yeah, there's a couple kind of bad ones, but you just got to find the good ones and ignore the bad ones, you know?
Yeah.
Hi, good evening, gentlemen. This is Leo, the Incredible, calling in as I said I would. And the reason for my call is regarding your recent casting for your hypothetical Mario movie. I have some thoughts. With the help of Google and some very generic search terms.
He kind of sounds like low-res Wonder Bread.
So, here's my casting. We
like
have
a fancy
Mario,
low-res.
and I literally just looked up fat actor, and I came up with Val Kilmer. Now, Mario has the power to grow to incredible size.
True.
Val Kilmer also shares this apparent talent. I looked up Luigi and used the term tall, skinny actor. I came up with Joaquin Phoenix. Slap a mustache on that man, you have a very sexy Luigi.
I can see it.
I cast Toad using the term baby-faced actor. I came up with Joseph Gordon-Levitt. And how could you not?
That's not bad.
That's actually, I think, the best Toad so far.
That's Toad to a T. For Bowser, I put in the term fat, angry actor, and I came up with Steven Seagal.
Yes!
I find this one very appropriate. As Bowser seems to have accomplished many things in his life, such as conquering entire towns, villages, and castles, yet when you go up against Bowser in any video game,
he sounds like the voice for the movie phone guy.
And
for Bowser, press 1.
Yes.
And let's face it, that's Steven Seagal, my friend. That is Steven Seagal. And finally, I looked up the part for Peach, and I put in unaccomplished actress. I came up with Amy Schumer. This is appropriate because Amy Schumer, much like Peach, has no relevance without the men in her life. And that, my friends, is my casting for your hypothetical Mario movie casting. I thank you for listening to my message, and I hope you have a great night. And finally, in regards to your 12 rules for leaving voicemails, I will acquiesce to the rule that says to mispronounce the word two. So, in the spirit of Mario, I'm going to give you 12 fingers up, giving you the peace sign. Good night, gentlemen, and good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, Leo. That was a wonderful voicemail. I also thank you. He's a brand new Patreon, like right before the episode started recording.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Nice.
And he was like, he's like, oh, I don't know if I should leave this voicemail. I don't know. And that was a great voicemail. I didn't like how he went off on Peach at the end there. I like Peach.
Leave more voicemails exactly like that. It is like a movie phone voice. It's like, for the actor Mario, dial 1.
Tall, skinny actor, press 2.
For fat, angry actor, press the pound sign.
But for some context here, I guess, to talk about the Twitch channel some more, I've actually been meeting some remote guests on the show. I had Ian Erickson call in via webcam. We were playing Kirby Superstar and also figuring out who we would cast in the live-action Mario movie.
Right.
A lot of great picks, but actually those were some fantastic ones as well. Grant and I were also talking about that recently as well. Topic of hot debate, apparently.
Right.
Because we all would love to see this movie be made, I guess. Yeah, I would agree with it. I think it's a very solid casting choice. There's a couple other ones. I think we said Asterios Kokkinos as Wario.
Right. I think Willem Dafoe would make for a great, who did I say? Waluigi.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And then we also said, Ian and I were like, you got to have a cameo from The Rock as Donkey Kong. At least, like, Mario's got to go into the tie. Yeah, he's got to go into the jungle, and you see the tie at first and the silhouette, and it's like, oh, it's him.
Jade, have you gotten on the Twitch train yet?
No, you know what? No, but this is very encouraging. I've been watching. Actually, that's not true. I've been watching Thomas Middleditch on YouTube play some games because I love him.
It's a great use of, again, he's hilarious. Also a Chicago comedian.
Is he?
Yeah.
That's right.
But yeah, it's a great use of time, especially if you're looking to make content in quarantine. And it's a very kind of social thing too, because a lot of our listeners will come hang out and we'll talk about the important things in life, like casting a Mario movie.
Simulated friendship.
But I want to touch on something Leo mentioned here, which, Grant, if you could read off, you put this in the Discord today. You can hold this.
All right. Yeah.
Read off. Grant made 12 rules for dating his teenage daughter. No, he wrote 12 rules What was it, Grant?
I wrote, and this is like most things, I can't think about things too long. If inspiration strikes, I just have to do something and get it done and just put it out into the world and not think about it. So take this with a grain of salt, because I wrote this in 30 seconds, but this is Jordan Peterson's 12 rules for voicemails. Okay. Rule number 1, make it funny. Rule number 2, make it relevant. Rule number 3, make it interesting. Rule number 4, if you have to genuinely air grievances, make it heartfelt and relevant instead of self-indulgent and awkward. Rule number 5, don't call in just to plug your own shit and then dip out. Rule number 6, no frickin' slurs or hate-based shit or the implication of such things, unless you can make it funny. But it's up to our discretion regardless. Number 7, only leave a drunk voicemail if you're funny when you're drunk. Example, when Zwick was singing The Bad Touch by Bloodhound Gang while he was drunk, that was very funny.
Mm-hmm. That was good.
That was good content. Number 8, maybe ask some questions that us or the guest can respond to. We ask the guest on the show because we want to create a dialogue with the guest instead of doing a show at them.
Mm-hmm.
Number 9, hold the phone up to your face, speak clearly, no speakerphone. Number 10, keep it short. Nobody wants to listen to you try and get to the point. Write the message down and cut the amount of words in half, again, unless you can make it funny or compelling. Number 11, voicemails are content that represent the community, so represent it well to new listeners or guests so that they want to keep interacting with the content that's on here. And number 12, have a bit or a calling card, flush a toilet at the end, or say the word too funny. Characters welcome.
Yes.
So those are the rules for leaving voicemails for this podcast from henceforth.
That may sound like a lot of information, but if you're in the Discord, I pinned that message in the Thought Cops channel. If you need a visual reference, it's all right there.
Abide by those rules, for the love of God.
Print that out, put it on your computer, pin it, put a magnet on it on your fridge. Don't forget it.
Get a tattoo of it.
Do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Great list.
Thank you. Like I said, I came up with that on the fly. I was just like, you know what?
And it's decisive.
Yeah.
I want that for
all right, let's
anyone that leaves me a voicemail. Just right to it.
Buy me a charcuterie board.
Yeah, there's so many good ideas for things that you can now do in your own social media practice.
Mm-hmm.
Dear Diary, today I rear-ended the Prius of a man with a ponytail, jean shorts, and a Mountain Goats t-shirt. What a fucking loser. If I could give a couple minutes of hate towards something in life, it would be Instagram meme pages that post nothing but TikToks. If I wanted to look at a TikTok, I would have downloaded the goddamned app by now.
I don't care.
If I could punish these people, I would strip them of their Instagram rights and force them onto the platform that they belong. Forever. I love you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. I love you too. I don't care, okay? It's my platform. I'll do with it what I please. I make the rules, not you. I'm the thought cop, okay?
That's
you
right.
might have a deputy badge, but that doesn't mean that you're a thought cop.
We don't know if he's a red name.
That was a questionable I love you too. You know, a bit of a hesitation there.
Yeah, I didn't feel that.
Well, I kissed him back, so he felt, maybe you didn't feel it from him, but he felt it from me. Kissed him right on those mouths.
I post my TikToks on my Instagram. I was like, oh, damn it.
It's a good practice.
You gotta promote. You
gotta promote.
Unless you're the woman posting your L's guy on Twitter, then you should shut the fuck up.
Yeah, shut the fuck that guy. I'm surprised that guy hasn't come up. There's been some weird shit with that.
We'll get to it at some point.
Yeah, whatever.
Sure.
Who cares?
We'll save it for next year.
Yeah, you let me know. I want to hear that one.
All right.
Oh, yeah. So this is a clip from Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Apparently.
Misato's checking her voicemail.
There was one time I was out with I was at lunch with an ex-girlfriend, her family, and her family's friend, like family friend, whatever thing. This one guy was looking at my shirt, and the shirt said
So she's
Queen,
standing there listening
and
to
it's
Grant.
a big picture of Freddie Mercury, but it's like the silhouette of Freddie Mercury. You know, it's not like, you know, you can't see that he has like the mustache and stuff, but you look at it and you're like, yeah, that's Freddie Mercury. And This guy looks at me and he's like, is that shirt Queen the band? And I was like, it's Queen the musical group. And in my head, I'm like, that's a funny joke, like, because what is a band but a musical group, you know? It's exactly what a band is. A band is a musical group. I'm not trying to be smarmy, I'm just being myself, you know? I realize that I have problems. We all do. But like everybody else, I put my pant legs on one at a time, or actually I do both at the same time, but that's regardless.
So she's still listening to this voicemail?
Teary-eyed. Oh. Hey,
reminding her of better times.
So anyway, I'm putting my pants on, like
Mario
I said.
Sunshine is him.
He's like, oh, Queen the band? And I'm like, Queen the musical group. And he's like, oh, because I thought that the shirt was for Queen the band. Which, like... So at this point, I can't tell if...
I love the Mario Sunshine
he's being, like, sincere-pilled and just, like, legitimately didn't know that I was being, like, the slightest bit facetious, you know? Not in, like, a mean way, just in, like, you know how I talk. I'm just an asshole. This is just who I am. I speak in this way.
Oh, and she's kind of, like, reeling a little bit. She's like, I don't like the turn that took.
So he's like, oh, I thought it was Queen the band. And I was like, well, yeah, it is. And he's like, oh, did you see that movie? The Queen movie? You know, whatever it's called, Bohemian Rhapsody. Did you see that? And I was like, yeah, it was terrible.
And this is wrapping up soon, folks. Like, for those at home who can't see the video, which is
everybody I've talked to said that it was good. So I just look like this giant asshole. That just, like, people are asking me direct questions, like, hey, have you, like, I'm just making conversation about your shirt. I like your shirt, and I'm like, fuck you, is basically the response. And again, I can't help this, because this is
she's
the person
crying,
that I've morphed
she's
into
checking
over
on her.
a lifetime of traumatic life experience. Woo! And so... Whoa there! And so anyway, that's the end of that story, really.
That was great. Better if you could see it. Go follow us on Instagram at ThoughtCops. We'll put it on there.
Also, if you watch the YouTube version of if you go on YouTube and you, like, watch the podcast, Zwick will put these links into, like, I don't. If anybody listens on, like, a podcast player, like Apple Podcasts or whatever the fuck, like, if you do subscribe and listen to these on YouTube, a lot of these videos, he puts them in.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody notices that, but he puts the videos into the YouTube video. So if you're not already checking that out and you're like, oh, what are these guys watching? It's on there. So.
Yeah. Give us a subscription on YouTube, because we're putting up a ton of, like, extra highlight clips and extra videos and stuff like that. And we'll put that on there too.
Yeah.
But yeah, all the episodes, all the videos are linked in. And you know what? Give our boy Zwick a follow on Twitter, for crying out loud. Dude 2-0. He puts in the work.
Thank you. He really does. He puts in too much work. He needs help. Give him a follow.
Yeah. That'll fix everything, right? Anyway, Jade, thanks so much for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me, y'all. That was awesome. So fun.
Yeah, appreciate you.
Anybody wants to support us, throw us a few bucks, hit us up at patreon.com/thoughtcops. Like I was saying, we just put a new episode of Fire Bros up, and you get all the backlog too, and you can hang out in the chats here with us. It's a good time. I like to think it's a good time. I'm having fun. And it helps us out a lot. This will be the last episode of 2020, and by the time you hear us next, all the problems will be solved. It'll be 2021. Everything's good again.
Everything will be perfect. It'll be a utopia, finally.
Next week, we'll be tossing up a free episode of Fire Bros. So if you're like, I don't know if I want to subscribe or not.
I don't know if I want to spend $2. Well, now you don't have to.
Yeah, check out the next episode. We're going to give you a sneak preview. And if you like that, consider it.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening, everybody. We'll see you next year. We'll be here again next week with Fire Bros. Thanks for supporting us. You know, it's been a weird fucking year. It's been hard.
Right.
And honestly, the thing that's gotten me through this year the most has been y'all.
Yeah, this show.
Listening to this, man. I know it's been like weird. We had a weird, 2020 started off okay, and then it got really bad. We had a lot of plans to do a little mini tour. Right. That fell through, obviously. We recorded remotely for a while. I recorded in my bedroom, Grant in his bedroom. We're back in the same bedroom again, doing a show. Finally. How about that? Just like the old days. Hopefully we can get some guests back in here with us.
A person in this third chair over here, yeah.
That'd be nice. But yeah, we'll see how 2021 goes. Thanks, everybody. It means a lot.
Yeah. See you, Space Cops.
See you, Space Cops.